Being a dentisting human, working in a dental office, graduating from dental school, you are on a fun and frustrating journey. This is Paul, Dr. Nacho. I'm a dentist. I help dentists do Dental Nachos and Dentist Job Connect. And my goal is to help you increase success, decrease stress, and most of all, reduce the number of times you feel like crying inside a day. And on Talking Nachos, I have amazing friends and sponsors that are dedicated to helping you do just that, both inside the operatory when you're working on patients, and often most of our stress comes outside the operatory. Before we get started, I want to share that at Dental Nachos, we are putting together an amazing program. DSO or private practice, which way to go? If you're my age, you know that back in the day, there was a famous commercial, tastes great or less filling from Miller Lite. So should you sell your practice to a DSO or keep it as a private practice and grow it yourself? We're going to be talking about that on Sunday, April 7th, and you can watch in for free, The Favorite Price of Dentists free, by texting STREAM to 215-543-6454. We're going to hear from amazing experts in the dental world that help dentists make these huge decisions. You will also find out what DSOs and group practices look for in associate dentists. So do not miss out by texting STREAM to 215-543-6454. I'm ready for my first guest when my team is ready to bring that up. So welcome to Talking Nachos. This is a repeat guest, but he may be new to you. So share with us what you do to help dentists cry less inside.
Hi, Paul. My name is Jamie DiBease. I'm the owner and chief strategist at Day One. We are a digital marketing agency that helps our dental clients grow their practices by creating a customized marketing plan that is designed to bring in their ideal patients.
Love that, Jamie. You work with me personally. You've been an awesome supporter and sponsor of the group. One of the things you did recently is you kindly went down to a dental school and helped them learn about marketing. That's surprising because I had all those marketing classes in dental school. Just kidding. 0 marketing classes. Okay. So if I want to ask you about that for a second, I want to get to your success story too. But how was that experience talking to the dental students? Were they interested in marketing? Did they have any context? Did they ask about social media? Share with us a little bit about that experience.
Sure. The school that I had gone to this is part of their practice management series. And the person that took over had said that they really didn't ever do anything with marketing. So this is a relatively, they did minimal. So this was relatively new. I had a good amount of engagement, which was encouraging. A lot of people were asking, you mentioned about social media. We had several questions about social media and how important it was in bringing in patients. And of course, I answered those for the specifics. But one of the biggest things that I was encouraging them was many of them were planning on owning their own practices one day. And one of the things that I really tried to stress with them is that successful marketing in most markets is a very, very time-consuming part of running your practice. And for them to seriously evaluate time versus the investment in marketing, is it better to do it yourself versus hire somebody else? And a lot of them hadn't really considered that.
Yeah, it's eye-opening. One of the things we hear as dentists, Jamie, is what we do is very expensive. And one of the reasons why we hear that as dentists a lot is that patients don't really compare and contrast what crowns cost. They only have one dentist and they don't really know. So if a dentist says your crown is $1,200, every patient says that's expensive. Even they don't know that there's a $2,000 crown. They don't know there's an $800 crown. I know you likely battle some of these challenges with your dental clients. So you've worked with some dentists in our community, like the awesome Dr. Maggie Augustin. On your first call, you talk to these dentists. What can they expect, both with the time they're going to invest and sometimes creating a budget for marketing?
Sure. First thing that we like to do is we like to evaluate whether or not the practice is really at the stage where marketing makes the most sense. A lot of times there's a lot of internal issues, transition in staff members, possibly even rebranding. And so it's to really evaluate what a good time frame for bringing on marketing would be. And then that kind of helps us decide what steps would be to take next. The next thing is how do they envision growing their practice? Not everybody wants to do all on X. Not everybody wants to do cosmetic procedures. And so that's going to help us determine what those next steps are going to be. So during that first phone call, we're going to get a lot of information. I like to get to know the dentist as best I can in that brief period of time. But we also want to set realistic goals. I've given a talk before where I've included the phrase microwave marketing versus marathon marketing.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of people think that all marketing is microwave, where you just punch in a couple numbers and in so many seconds you're going to get the results. And unfortunately, that's not really the case. Much of it requires some decent amount of time, some good investment. Some of it is because there's a learning curve, not so much for us, but if you're doing ads, the social media type program, there's things that have to go into figuring that out.
Yeah. And one of the things I
usually
interject with, Jamie, and I don't want to cut
Sure.
you off, just interject with, it just made me think of it, is I'm trying to teach my sponsors how to talk to dentists on dentist terms, and I can help you with this. So when they say, you know, why can't this be done faster? Or I didn't know it's going to take so long. You can say, do you ever get that patient who comes to you and says, I need my teeth to look as great as possible for my daughter's wedding. And you say, when is the wedding? And they say 2 weeks from today. And you go, you knew about this way ahead of time. And every dentist, including my friend, Dr. Tom Jackson, will be on later, knows the feeling we get in our stomach when a patient says, I need this done, and we can't do his best job as possible. You met one of the amazing Dental Nachos members at a boost camp, Dr. Maggie Augustin, and she just proudly shared the website that you had made for her. So kind of finish up and tell us a little bit about her success story, what you did with the awesome Dr. Maggie, and how now she's so proud to share her new website and what she's doing.
Well, in the case of the website that she shared, this was, we had helped her with her practice website. And so we'd gotten to know her through that and helping to do some marketing. But the website she had shared was for her personally. She has become a very sought after speaker. She's a prolific author. She's a frequent guest on podcasts and panels. And so this website was to really showcase and highlight her expertise, her personality. She likes to use the word authentic, and if you've ever spoken with Dr. May, she is real. Yeah. She is about as real as they come. And so the website that we launched for her was a passion project for us. I told her many times, I want you to be as successful as you can possibly be. And I want this website to reflect who you are, and as much as possible, let everyone know how you are going to help them out. And so that was the process we went through.
I think you should say, I'm here to help you share your awesomeness with people who don't know how awesome you are. And, you know, as dentists, we get a lot of grief, you know, even though people like eating, Jamie, they frequently tell us how much they hate seeing us, even though they like eating. Seems inconsistent, but that's the life we lead. Well, people can text day one to 215-543-6454. I want to share how grateful I am to have you, Jamie, supporting what we do in this community and helping our dentists.
My pleasure, Paul. Thanks so much for having me on today.
Thanks so much, Jamie. So as you guys can see right away, we're learning about marketing, sharing your message, something they don't cover in dental school. Please reach out to us to get help with marketing through our amazing key resources and sponsors.